When does it actually make sense where it is actually profitable to leave your passengers stranded? That's what we're going to talk about today. What up, folks? Once again, it is indeed your guy, Tim, with another ride-sharing video. We're going to be talking about leaving passengers. Obviously, in the ride-sharing business, whether you're driving for Uber or Lyft, the goal is to shuffle people from point A to point B and hopefully make a profit. So why the hell would you want to leave someone? Because a lot of trips do not provide a profit at all. And we're going to give you some examples, particularly for my new drivers, but I'm certain my veteran drivers understand all of this shit. But we're going to talk about when it's probably in your best interest to leave a passenger. First of all, the whole goal of ride sharing is to get passengers from point A to point B. That's what they want. We want to make a profit. If either one of those pieces are not there, it ain't worth doing this shit. And anytime you as a driver try to provide good customer service to the point of going above and beyond for your passenger, your profit margin is at risk. Simply put, the profit margin for rideshare drivers is so damn thin, you don't have a lot of room to go above and beyond for passengers. So what the hell is above and beyond? Well, when we started driving back in the early 2014, 2015 era, they were suggesting that drivers provide the little 8-ounce bottles of water, maybe mints or little candies, little butterscotches or peppermints. Have those in your vehicle. You know, make the vehicle smell nice, keep it clean, providing good customer service. Well, the profit margins nowadays are too damn small to be going out and handing customers water and mints. We know this stuff is very cheap, but we're talking about trips where you may not even profit $1 after the trip is done. So it makes no sense to do that in 2023. But I'll let the comment section explain that more in detail. So when does it make sense to leave a passenger? Simply put, if you're driving at base fare, you show up to pick someone up, and they're not ready when you arrive to their location. They get, particularly with Uber, I think it's about 2 minutes of notification time, where you see the timer and it's stating the rider is being notified. After the 2 minutes expires, if they haven't come out yet, there is another additional, I believe, 3 minutes for a total of 5 minutes. You got about 3 more minutes of waiting before that trip has qualified to be canceled. Now, at base fare, I believe you should cancel 100% of the trips where the passenger is not outside yet. Why do I say that? Because oftentimes you don't know what the trip is going to involve. You don't know where the passenger's going. You don't know how much you're going to earn. A lot of these are blind spots because Uber is not very transparent. But you do know how much you're going to earn by canceling the trip. And sad to say this, but you profit more oftentimes on canceling a trip than you would have if you had drove the passenger to their destination. You know why I say that? Because when you're sitting out in front of the passenger's location, if you wait 5 minutes with the car turned off, you haven't burned any gas at all other than what you spent to get there. And we'll talk about that in a minute because you shouldn't be driving that damn far to get there to begin with. But let's say you drive 2 miles to get to a pickup location for a passenger. You wait 5 minutes. After that 5 minutes, the passenger has not come out. You haven't spent a dime on fuel. So the profit margin is going to be sky high. Then if you took them, say, 2 or 3 miles and burned the fuel it would take to drive them 2 or 3 miles, and chances are, if you drive that passenger on a short trip, you're not going to make anything more than you would have made if you had canceled the damn trip. So by canceling trips, you're probably going to have the same profit margin as all of your short trips and maybe even some of your medium range trips up to maybe 5 or 6 miles. Because you're spending gas to drive 5 or 6 miles. You're not spending shit to sit there and wait till they come out. So theoretically, if you could make $3 or $4 every 5 minutes canceling trips, it would probably be a more profitable day than taking people from point A to point B. So the point I'm trying to make is, if you're driving for base fare, there's no surge pricing, nothing's going on of any significant nature. If it's not going to harm your earnings to cancel the trip, I would strongly advise, when you're making base fare, what is base fare in most markets? Anywhere from 90 cents a mile down to the upper 50s. I've seen markets paying as low as 59 cents a mile. You're absolutely going to make more money by just simply canceling that trip. Who knows? If you cancel the trip, drive 2 blocks up the road, the passenger may actually call you back anyway. I've had that happen a number of times. I'm going to tell you, my cancellation trip game is so damn strong. When I used to drive for base fare, I don't drive for base fare anymore now, but I would give you the 5 minutes, and after the 5 minutes expires, I don't care if you're damn near three steps from my door handle, I'll drive off. The moment Uber or Lyft states that trip qualifies to be canceled, I don't care if I'm looking you in the face. Your ass should have been ready in that 5 minutes time. I'm driving off. I strongly believe you are in a better, advantageous position for earnings. I believe your earnings, the chance of you earning more, comes from you canceling those trips at 5 minutes than playing, roulette and hoping that trip is profitable along its way. You can't get harmed by any passengers that's not in your vehicle. You don't have to worry about nobody trying to put in extra stops or talking shit, leaving mess in your car, none of that. When you cancel a trip, in my opinion, the odds are in your favor. So I hate to suggest doing this, but at the end of the day, we drive for profit. And by canceling trips, there's a lot of chance that exists that you may be actually more profitable by doing so. Let me know in the comments, particularly my veteran drivers. Am I getting it wrong? I certainly don't believe so. But in this day and age, like I said, there's a lot of things you want to do for a passenger that would be somewhat considered going above and beyond, and you just can't do it because it's not profitable. Stops are another example. Passenger wants you to stop on the way home. Maybe they want to run in McDonald's and get a couple hamburgers for their children that's waiting at home for them to arrive. My market, they pay us 9 cents per minute to wait for a customer. So if a customer runs in McDonald's, if they're in there past that 5 minutes, it's also beneficial to leave them too. Another driver can come and help you with those hamburgers and take you the rest of your route. Even when I'm in what you call streak bonuses, you make your streaks for the first leg of the trip. Let's say I've done 2 trips. I need to complete 3 to get my streak bonus. The third passenger gets in the vehicle and they have a stop. Once they go inside of that stop, you can drive off because you've already earned your streak bonus. There is no benefit to waiting for them to get out. Now, obviously, some folks may push back depending on the rare market of what about, not getting the tip. Giving bad customer service can lead to less tips. We don't get tips to fucking begin with. Drivers will tell you only 20 to 30% of passengers tip anyway. I did trips today, 6 trips. I didn't leave any damn body. Not one of them tipped. One guy promised to tip through the app. All of my veteran drivers out there will tell you 90% or more of passengers that state they're going to tip you through the app or selling you wolf tickets. A bunch of bullshit. They're not going to tip you. So it is what it is. Don't ever get out here thinking that if you give great service, passengers are going to tip. That's not what Uber and particularly Lyft are about. It's about providing a cheap, low-cost service to your customers. Your customers aren't looking to spend a lot of money. They're looking to spend very little money, and that includes not tipping your ass. But let me know in the comments, what do you think about leaving passengers? Am I wrong? Are drivers wrong to leave a passenger if they're profiting more by doing so than staying there and waiting for the passenger and actually making less in the process? Let your boy know in the comments. As always, subscribe to the damn channel. See you in the next video.